Hey there, my quilty friends. It's Jen from the Little Shop of Stitches. Happy Wednesday, everybody. You ever have one of those mornings when it's been one of those mornings and your eye starts twitching? Yes, happy Wednesday. So I am going to get my happy on with you right here, right now. Give me a hi or hello in those comments down below and let me know if everything is working the way it is supposed to on this Wednesday. Valerie, good to see you. Miss Pam in California. Jeannie, good to see you. Miss Mary is on here. Cinda, Julie, thank you, everybody. The app is working the way it is supposed to. There, we've got it. Miss Karen, always a pleasure on this beautiful Wednesday, says Julie. We are going to take a look at some new fabrics that were just added to the clearance corner. So I actually did this yesterday afternoon. Only one person realized what I was doing and they jumped on it. But today's Little Shop Live will probably be one of those that goes super duper quickly. Now, you do not need to have a coupon code. Whatever the sale price is will be in the bubble up above my head. You just need to get it in your cart. Everything is in limited quantities. There are a few skinny bolts, but most of them have multiple yards on them. This is all fabric. I do have some pantry fabrics, believe it or not, that are sale price today. I've got some panels and then some other goodies to show you today. And again, everything that I have for you is already discounted. So let's go through all of the things because today might go super fast. If this is your first time shopping with the Little Shop of Stitches and you happen to be on Facebook right now, whether you're on with me live or whether you're catching the replay, go ahead and type the word register, REGISTER, down there in that little comment bubble. Follow the little link that it will give you to click on and confirm your account because that is what qualifies you to shop today's live sale. If you've shopped with the Little Shop of Stitches in the past, or if you're watching on Instagram, if you're on that Little Shop app, or if you're live on the Comment Sold Web with me, you do not need to type register. That is just for our brand new Facebook friends. Let's talk a little bit about local pickup and shipping. The Little Shop of Stitches is an online quilt shop, but I do offer a local pickup option for those of you in the Dayton, Ohio area. I will be at our Panera in Centerville this Friday from 2 to 4 in the afternoon with your bags of goodies. For my out-of-town friends, shipping is just $9 per week unless your order is $100 or more, and then it ships for free. Combining shipping this week for 3 Little Shop Lives, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Talk to you a little bit about more at the end. I will also combine shipping for those weekend orders. So for those of you who placed weekend orders through Kimberbell Day, through Kimberbell Weekend, I will combine shipping for those as well. If you already paid that $9 shipping fee earlier this week, the system is set to offer you free shipping if it's the second time you're placing an order within the same 48-hour period. Miss Linda just joined us. She said she got her package on Saturday. That was quick. Miss Jan is joining us from a cooler Minnesota, and I know that that is headed our way. So I think today is the last day of the incredible heat wave. We're supposed to have some relief, I believe, starting tomorrow. Miss Nancy is joining us from the Florida oven down there in the South. And speaking of weather, because you know I'm a huge weather nerd, how many of you on the West Coast, were affected by the earthquake that was way, way out and then the tsunami that came in? So that hit my phone, the news things that I get, they hit my phone early this morning, or maybe it was late last night. So I'm just curious, how is everything over there in the West? Because I have to tell you, that is one thing we don't consider here in Ohio. We are landlocked. We don't get tsunamis. Miss Pam says, beautiful morning today, drinking coffee, watching the police conduct a speed trap outside of her window. Oh my goodness. Sue Ellen's on here. It's going to be weird to start wearing clothes with sleeves again. There you go. Oh, and Jan says she got her calendar yesterday. So happy for that. Those are really fun calendars. I have had a lot of people ask. Yes, I do have some more in stock right now. And there may be a brown box arriving very, very soon that has even more. So if you've not gotten your calendar yet, go ahead and snag them because more is on the way. Tsunami was mild in Northern California. I'm inland. I'm okay, says Pam. Thank you so much. So again, everything that I have for you is new in the clearance corner. And Yes, I am making room. I am making room at Little Shop Central because while I don't get tsunamis with water, I expect actually a tsunami with brown boxes to arrive at Little Shop Central. And it might be one of those that has wave after wave after wave. And so this is the panel that is back behind me. This is from Lewis and Irene, the name of the line. And since we are doing clearance corner things today, it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It is Astro. Is that the name of the line? Well, lo and behold, I believe it is. No, Space Glow. There you go. It's called Space Glow, which, yes, this one not only is spacey, but it also glows in the dark. So you know what? Let me step out of the way. A little bit out of practice. How does that happen in 24 hours? I do not know. It is a larger than normal panel. It is approximately a full yard. As you can see, there are 4 different squares. Each one of those squares is really good size. I'm going to say they're about 16 inches, maybe a little bit bigger, and it glows in the dark. So a super fun thing for you to make some fun pillows for those little people, or you could build out a quilt with this one. And again, yes, glows in the dark. Joanne in California, Southern California, also inland. So you're okay. I'm so glad about that. If you would like one of these panels from Lewis and Irene that glows in the dark, and you're on Facebook or you're on Instagram or you're live on the Comment Sold web with me, all you need to do is type the word sold, put a space, and then the letter A. Hit enter, and the system will put one of these at the sale price into your shopping cart. Those of you on the app, there's a buy bubble right up there above my head. Just hit that buy bubble and then add to cart. Let me sit that one down. This next one is also a panel. This one is from Henry Glass. And yes, the sale prices are already in that bubble up above my head. Is she stalling? You betcha I am. Yes. that was my little that was my Minnesota friend little interpretation there. I was doing an impression. There you go, my Minnesota friends. So whenever I'm with Jana from Front Porch Quilt Shop, I always hear that Minnesota accent just a little bit. This panel is called Chasing Rainbows. Take a look. So this has some really inspirational words. Now notice these are rectangles. They're not squares. Each one of these rectangles is going to be, I'm going to guesstimate about a 6x7, maybe approximately that size. Color your world. Let's chase rainbows. Dream in color. Sunshine, rainbow, sparkles. My happy place. Adventure. Play all day. It's a good day for a good day. Find your happy. Color me happy. We're repeating just a little bit. Rainbow is my favorite color, and it's cool to be kind. That one is a super cute panel. And yes, definitely something that you would be able to build out into a really fun thing. Or you could absolutely cut these rectangles out and make some other interesting kinds of things. If you would like one of these panels, this is from Henry Glass, Chasing Rainbows. Comment with the word sold, type a space, and put the letter B. Sue Ellen's on here. Cedar Point, which is in northern Ohio, flooded more on Monday than California during the tsunami. Why? Just out of curiosity, there's an awful lot of things in the background at Little Shop Central, so I'm a little out of sync with what's going on. So Julie's on here. Minnesota accent, didn't realize we had one. Yeah. Yeah, you betcha you do. And you know what? I will tell you right here, right now, that one of our California quilty friends says that Midwesterners, myself included here in Ohio, that we have an accent, which I didn't understand either. Or a Jan's on here, or a North Dakota accent. There you go. So this is Henry Glass, Chasing Rainbows. This is one of the prints that went with that particular panel. These are itty bitty little rainbows. Take a look. And they're not traditional little rainbows. And honest to goodness, this reminds me of Lucky Charms cereal. Take a look. So it's lunchtime here in Ohio. And yes, Jen's getting hungry. Take a look at those itty bitty. Now here's my fingernail. Take a look. Each one of those itty bitty rainbows might be about 1/4 of an inch, but it's not the full Roy G. Biv kind of thing. It's just kind of stylized. So this is sold by the yard. If you'd like a yard of the rainbows, comment with the word sold, type a space and put the letter C. If you want more than one at that sale price, just put a space and then a number after that letter C. Pam's on here from California. Definitely have an accent. I had no idea. There you go. Cinda says, UFTA. Yes, we do. UFTA? What? Oh, see, I'm out of my accents. I don't even know what that means. Oh, Swellen says roller coaster got hit by lightning. Oh, I had no idea. That was Monday. I had no clue. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go back and watch like replays of the Weather Channel. Next up, we have a Timeless Treasures. Remember, these are all fabrics that are new to the clearance corner. I just went through and marked these down yesterday, and yes, I like this one an awful lot. This is Timeless Treasures. This is Watermelon Party, and this has my little Know Me friends. So there's a black background, and they are having their little summer picnic there with all things watermelon. And yes, this one is marked down. Comment with the word sold, type a space, and put the letter D. UFTA. Oof. What does that mean? UFTA. Oof. Oofya. Oof. I don't even know what that means. Tell me down below. Tell me what that means. UFTA? Oofta? Oofya. That sounded like an insult. I better watch what I say here. Now we have Timeless Treasures. This is also Watermelon Party. This one, however, is all about the watermelon. There are no Nomies on here. So again, we are in the heat of summer. If you wanted to make something fun for your picnic table, for your deck, these are the two that probably will do the trick. If you want a yard of what? These fruits right here. If you want a yard of these fruits that are red and green with seeds, comment with the word sold, type a space, and put the letter E. It means what you want it to mean. I'm not even sure. Okay. When I'm done here, I'm going to have to get out the Google and Google UFTA to figure out what in the world that means. Doing new things in the clearance corner. Let's take a look at this next one. This one is kind of a skinny bowl, so don't hesitate. Remember, I told you at the top of the hour that I did have some pantry fabrics included today, simply making more room at Little Shop Central. This is one of Wilmington's Essential, and this one is simply called Cream Sprigs. Take a look. So I am going to get it closer. It is a tone on tone. However, it is definitely not a white. It is a white print on a cream background, just with little itty bitty leafy things. So if you'd like a yard of cream sprigs, comment with the word sold, type a space, and put the letter F. Pantry fabrics, great addition to your pantry. And I need your help on this one because I don't want to use the G word. Look, it happens to be letter G, happy accident. This is another one that is a Wilmington Essential. And this is simply an all-over little swirl. A crescent swirl is what they call it. And it is light fog color. Can I do that? Light fog. It is light fog there in the background. This is the color that Ohio normally is. We're going to get out of that here in a little bit. So if you would like a yard of the crescent swirl from Wilmington, this is one of their essentials in a light frog color, comment with the word sold, type a space, and put the letter G. If you want more than one, just add a space and then a number after that letter G. Okay, so I have to roll up because there's a whole nother thing going on down there in the chat. Basic Midwestern declaration, hear it a lot in Minnesota, and yes, it means whatever you want it to mean, or it means goodness sake or gosh. Barb thought it was a cheer. It was in Golden Girls, so I need to watch me some Golden Girls right there. Mary says it's a versatile, non-offensive exclamation. Oofta, it's hot out there. Okay. So Deanne's on here. Oofta is Norwegian slang used to express frustration or wow. Look at all of the education we get here on our Little Shop Lives. There you go. So it's not something like, not like an expletive, like I would think of a 4-letter word, right? That's not what it means. All right, continuing with the pantry fabrics. I have several for you. And yes, this one is in the beginning. This is a Halcyon from Jason Yenter. And if I remember right, the Halcyon came in with numbers, right? All of the fabrics come in with numbers so that we can figure out which one is which. This one came in without colors. The entire Halcyon line said, I need color names. You know, we spend all of our time here on Little Shop Live trying to define the color. So I named this one. and I named it Goldenrod. So there you go. Now, the thing about the Halcyon line is that there's an awful lot of texture going on. And even though I named it Goldenrod, there's a number of different colors going through. So if you have some fall projects, this one might be a good one to add to your pantry. Comment with the word sold, type a space, and put the letter H. Scrolling up. Oops. Scrolling up. Jan says no, not saying. Oh, and here we've got Nancy chiming in. Seeing the panel behind me reminds me of the pattern saw for the first time. It was called Cupola Views, designed by astronaut Karen Nyberg. I've heard of her. Sarah Ruiz, inspired by the cupola of the International Space Station. First astronaut to sew in space. Yes. She got an awful lot of notoriety, didn't she? Like floating around and doing her piecing, if I remember right. Now let's take a look at, this is another Halcyon. This is Halcyon, and I named this one as well. And if I remember right, I also had like a non-creative day. You ever have some of those days when you're just not feeling it? I called this one Black. How very unoriginal of me. If I was going to go back in time, I would absolutely name this one Espresso, because it is not just black, as you can see on here. There are varying shades of espresso, and there's also just a little bit of a brown tint to it. It is very, very earthy. So maybe we could just call it earthy. Comment with the word sold, type a space, and put the letter I. And then I loved this particular line from Northcott. I still have a couple of them, but like I said, I need to make some room. This is a line from Northcott called Dublin, and it is a line that they have completely discontinued, so I cannot get more of these. Crystal with a K, good to see you. We are having quite the conversation today. So glad you could join us. This is Dublin in green pear. They named that one, and I like that one, green pear. So it is a fun, kind of a bright, almost lime green, but it's a little yellowier. Listen to all those syllables, yellowier than I would think of as a lime green. And there's also a texture on this one. Almost looks like you can see the little threads, but it's just printed on there. So a super fun green pear color. Comment with the word sold, type a space, and put the letter J. If you want more than one yard, because we're doing sale prices today, just put a space and then a number after that letter J. And if you liked that one, you may also like this one, because it is same but different. This is Northcott. This is Dublin. This one is called Gecko. So remember that little guy that used to do the insurance commercials? I don't even know if he's still on those commercials, but we've still got that same little texture. Again, it looks like little threads, almost like it was a woven kind of fabric, but it is a fun green. So when I look at this, there's a couple of things that come to mind. Jen, what's going on in your mind today? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Gecko would be the first one. So any sort of kind of fun things for your kiddos, lizards and turtles. And so my friend Barb loves frogs, maybe some frogs. I was also thinking of dinosaurs. If you've got anything Halloween-y going on in your sewing room, this would be a fun one. There you go. If you'd like a yard of gecko at the sale price, comment with the word sold, type a space, and put the letter K. He still does commercials. There you go. And Crystal says they have geckos in Florida, but they don't have them there when I am there, because they clear them out when I go to the state of Florida. That's an agreement that I have. There you go. Next up, speaking of critters, we did Critter Day yesterday. We've got some critters on sale today. So we have Timeless Treasures. Oh, couple of questions. Backing up. Marcy and Sue Ellen both asked at the same time. There we go. Can we hold those up together? So, can I get them both in my hand? Can I? There we go. I'm going to back up, because remember, when I get them closer to the camera, the color fades out just a little bit. So the one on my right, the one over here, that is J. This one is green pear. The letter K, the one that we just saw, that one was gecko. Do you see it? It it is definitely a very slight difference. They are almost interchangeable, but as you can see, letter K, that's the one that was the gecko. That is the one that is a little bit darker. Does that help, my friends? Does that help? Teeny weeny. That's right. There's a teeny weeny little difference. This is Timeless Treasures. What are you called? You are called Into the Woods. There we go, Into the Woods. Now this one is directional. Let's turn it. It is a charcoal background. I didn't even make that one up. It is a charcoal background with some leafies, all kinds of little leafies, and that little fox. So he's in the woods doing its little foxy thing, doing what foxes do, just kind of hiding in the leaves, probably hunting, because, you know, that's a thing. But foxes are one of those things that are also very collectible. So I know some people collect frogs. Some people collect cats. Some people collect foxes, and among other things. So if you would like a yard of foxes, comment with the word sold, type a space, and put the letter L. And for some of us, nobody that looks like me, some of us collect squirrels. And so we have a couple of squirrel fabrics. This is also from Lewis and Irene. This is called Squirreled Away. Squirreled Away. There we go. And this one is on a mushroom colored background. So I have to tell you, I try my very best to describe the colors to you. I look at this one. I don't see mushroom. Believe it or not, go ahead and get your stars ready. I see a light gray. There, I said it out loud. We've got some fall leaves going on. We've got some squirrels. We've got a couple little mice friends. They're just out in the leaves kind of playing around. And is that a hedgehog? A platypus. It's Perry the platypus. No, Jen, that is a hedgehog. And we've got all of the fun little things on that color that shall not be named. Again, if you would like Squirreled Away, comment with the word sold, type a space, and put the letter M. And then that was almost my Porky Pig impression. Apparently it's Jen impression day. Holy schmolies. This is Squirreled Away. Look at that. A whole bunch of fun gold stars from Barb. Thank you. Thank you. This is same but different. I like this one better. I'm sure you're not surprised. I think this color is absolutely beautiful. It is a dusty plum color. There you go. There's a word for you right there. It is the same print. So we have the squirrels, the little mice friends, the little hedgehogs, but it is a dusty plum color. Let me pull this back. So this is a little more true to color when I'm a little farther away, but as I get closer to the camera, you can see the little details that we have there with the little woodland friends and our friend the squirrel. Comment with the word sold, type a space, and put the letter N. And then one more. Miss Laurel, good to see you. Hello, hello. Miss Laurel, I would like to know how you are. So I'm reading your comment down below, but I was hearing the news. We talked about it at the top of the hour with the tsunami, and I know approximately where you live. Tell me if you are okay, your neighborhood, all that stuff. I'm going to assume because you're on this Little Shop Live that you're doing okay. But I would like to hear from you anyway. This is also Squirreled Away. It's just a slightly different print, and they are calling this a lavender color. Let me pull this back. It is an interesting color. So Lewis and Irene always come up with really, really interesting fabrics. They are the same people who brought us the space panel that we started with that glows in the dark. They are also the same people that brought us the psychedelic woodland panels that we saw just yesterday. They just have a really interesting take. So they're calling this lavender. I'm going to say almost. Kind of a dusty lavender, a little bit. It is a really pretty color. I see kind of a combination between a dusty lavender and a taupe. So it's just a really interesting kind of earthy color. This whole line is just really, really nice. And it's on sale. Squirrels on sale. Does it get any better than that? Comment with the word sold, type a space, and put the letter O. Doesn't matter if it's a capital O or a lowercase o. It just can't be a zero. Sold space zero, and the computer doesn't know what we're talking about. This pretty fabric was brought to you today by the letter O. All right, my friends, it was kind of short and sweet today because I have a couple of announcements. Let's talk a little bit about what happens now, and then let's talk a little bit about what happens in the days to come. So you have some really fun things on sale sitting in your shopping cart. Now, you do have 12 hours in which to check out, but I'll start working on your orders as soon as I see them coming through. For my local friends, I will be at our Panera in Centerville this Friday from 2 to 4 in the afternoon with your bags of goodies. And for my out-of-town friends, shipping is just $9 per week unless your order is $100 or more, and then it ships for free. So normally, I would say that I will see you tomorrow. However, I'm taking tomorrow, Thursday, as a catch-up day. There's been an awful lot of things going on in the background at Little Shop Central, and I have some catching up to do as well as some packing to do for a retreat coming up. So I need to take a day to kind of get caught up. That being said, just keep a close eye. You never know what might pop up, for example, on your Little Shop app while you just happen to be rolling around your day on a Thursday. You just never know what might be coming along. And don't forget that we do have some fun virtual classes and events. The next one that is on the calendar is with Miss Eileen, and she is doing a 10 Sisters class. So that is located not in the Little Shop app, but it's on the Little Shop's website, and all of the Zoom classes are listed there as well as the new Kimberbell event/classes with our new Zoom instructor, Tracy. So take a look at those as well. Those are on the Little Shop's website. I will be doing our little Friday chit chat on Facebook in our Quilty Friends group, and that will be Friday at noon Eastern time, giving everybody a little update. But tomorrow you will not see me live as I try to get caught up with a few things and get packed for the next thing coming up. All right. Laurel asking, can you show letter L? Sure. Can I find letter L? Yes, I can, because they are still labeled. Letter L was this one. This is Timeless Treasures. Let me back up and put it into the bubble up above my head. Timeless Treasures. This was the little fox print. The one with the little foxes kind of rolling around through the woods and the woodland with all of the little trees and the grasses there. There we have it. Laurel, did that help a little bit? Okie dokie. Gonna go have a little bite of lunch, and then I'm gonna start cutting your fabric. So you go ahead and check out, and I will see you noon on Friday. Between now and then, go wash your hands and sew something.